Should there be exclusive items in Dead by Daylight? That is a topic of discussion for today's video, and this has recently resurfaced again because recently Dead by Daylight has put out a tweet saying that you can pretty much get all of the crowns from previous years once again by entering a code. Now, some people are upset about this because this takes away a lot of the work that they've done previously on the other events, and other people are saying, hey, it's just a cosmetic, get over it. So I'm going to take a look at both sides of this debate. I'm also going to give you guys my opinion on what I feel about all of this, and we're going to hopefully come to a conclusion. Kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day and you're doing well. So as I mentioned, Dead by Daylight on Twitter, they basically said, put this code in and you guys can get pretty much all the crowns from previous years. I'm not gonna lie, I put that code in real quick and I got myself a bunch of crowns. Now, rightfully so, from both sides, there was some backlash about this, as anything in Dead by Daylight. And in this time, a lot of people were pretty upset that these things are no longer exclusive. And then there's the other side that debated and said it's a cosmetic, that who cares, you know? So let's start off with the side that's saying this is exclusive. The debate that they essentially have is when you're, going through these events year after year, you're spending your time, you are grinding, you are going through and trying to get these cosmetics, and you've earned them. You have them now. You have worked towards that. So it kind of negates the fact that you put in all that work when the next year they're just giving it to everybody. It defeats the purpose of all that time and grind that you've put in, and it just doesn't really feel right. On the flip side, you have the people that maybe have these cosmetics already and they're like, it's okay, I'm happy to share these. Or maybe people that didn't get an opportunity to get these cosmetics and are now happy to have them, and they're like, hey, at the end of the day, it is just a cosmetic. Who really cares? Womp womp to you if you feel a certain way. And I kind of see it both sides. I can understand the argument of wanting things exclusive, and I can also understand the side of saying it's just a cosmetic, let people have fun, because in reality, let's be honest, nobody really used the crowns in the first place. My stance on this, however, I think this is a broader issue within Dead by Daylight itself, and it doesn't just deal with the crowns. I don't really care about the crowns, that the crowns are being given away to pretty much everybody. For me, the main problem is the same thing that we mentioned on the main channel with FOMO in Dead by Daylight, and it's that the devs don't necessarily have a solid stance on any of this. They're always a little bit all over the place. Some things that they do pretty much encourage FOMO, and you can look at the exclusivity when it comes to buying Auric cells to get certain cosmetics, or even the Rift to an extent, things like that. And then other times they're pretty much doing what they're doing here, and they're bringing back everything. This is what I said in the FOMO video, or at least this is what I think I said in the FOMO video. It has been a while since I made that video, but this is a stance that I have. Me personally, I like exclusive items. I have no issue with exclusive items whatsoever. I think if you're there in the moment and you are earning pretty much everything, you're putting in your time and effort, it's a good thing. And for those that weren't there, these events are pretty long now. So it's a finite amount of the community, whether they're not actually, in the Dead by Daylight scene at all, they maybe don't even know about Dead by Daylight, about the time, or if they had an extremely long hiatus, it's a pretty finite amount of the community. Most of the players are playing the event. Like, look at the numbers that we're getting for the anniversary event all the time. We're getting some of the peak numbers of the year. In fact, I think it is the peak number, and it's been that way every single year. Point is, most people play these. You're gonna earn them, and it takes away from the work and the time that they put in, because when the event is limited and it's only lasting for, let's say, 2 weeks or a month, right? You're going to spend that time grinding out everything because you want to get everything. You're more than likely going to want to be a completionist and get every single cosmetic that is available to you. And when you get them, it's a great sense of reward. You've done it all. You've gotten everything. And this goes for every single event that we've ever had. You want to grind everything. You want to get everything, or at least that's the mindset that I have. When you get everything, you feel accomplished. You're like, hey, I got this, let me show it off. And it lasts for a little while, and just like everything, it goes away. When the event comes back the next year, then you can toss on those cosmetics and be like, look, I got the last year ones, now I'm earning the new year ones, and it's pretty cool. This is the same way that I felt about pretty much everything in DBD, whether it's legacy and being there, earning legacy, and then you can showcase that, look, I was there, I earned it, here's legacy. I always thought that this was fine. This is a good idea. It makes people feel that their time is 100% valued, and I have no problem with this. Thus, people will actually spend more time playing these events. When the events come out, they will be like, all right, we got to jump on in. We got to get these cosmetics, because if we don't get them, we'll never get a chance to get them again. And this works as a business model for Dead by Daylight. And for players, it re-sparks that ignition, essentially, to be like, oh yeah, let's play some DBD because I really want to get these items. And then, in case you did miss it, the next time the event comes out, you're going to have that same mindset of, if I don't get these cosmetics now, I won't have an opportunity to get them. And then you can showcase it to your friends the next year. I think that's fine personally. I like that. I like that things are exclusive, and it shows that you were there at the time, you earned it, and now you can showcase it. That's why, as someone with Legacy, I think it's fine that they're never going to bring back Legacy. Now, obviously, that is a really biased standpoint because I personally have Legacy, but think about it this way. The reason Dead by Daylight has never re-released Legacy is because it's a kick into the face of the OG players that were there, that dealt with the OG blood webs and grinded everything out to earn it. To then release it just as, hey, pretty much all that time you grinded out for everything, and we gave you something to showcase how much time you put into this, yeah, everyone's gonna get it, so screw you. And that's the same way it kind of feels with some of the cosmetics with the events. I remember the first time this happened with I think it was a Lunar New Year event where the David King shirt and the Huntress mask were fully released. People were giving a lot of pushback to this. The point being, however, is that Dead by Daylight doesn't have a firm stance on this. For example, they're not giving away Legacy, right? For the reasons of they don't want to kick in the face of all the OG players. But then when it comes down to anniversary cosmetics, they're like, yeah, everybody can have them. So everybody that essentially grinded them out last year thinking it was exclusive, they're like, whatever. And that's some of the reasons why people tend to not play some of these anniversary events or some of the events, because they know that it's just going to come back at some point in time. There's no urgency. There's no sense of, yeah, we need to get this, unless there's a big incentive for blood points, which, as we know, there is. So people will play it because of that. But for the cosmetics wise, who really cares? Now, that's my personal stance on it. Again, I can completely understand at the end of the day, yes, it is just a cosmetic in the game. Who really cares? Give everybody the love. But then at that point, if it is just cosmetics and give it to everybody, you should just have it set to the community challenges where every cosmetic is a community challenge. And once you've basically hit these community challenges, everybody gets the cosmetics. So then at that point, it's just the event for blood points, if that's the case. DBD just needs to take a firm stance on it, and there's just too much things in the game that sometimes they bring back and they're like, here, everybody can have it, and then other things that they're like, yeah, no, this is going to be exclusive. So it's just in a really weird state, and that's why people are always on both sides of the fences. You guys heard my opinion. I think exclusivity is fine. I think they should stick to their guns and make things exclusive and continue to make things exclusive, but they always beat around the bush. They either do it sometimes and then not do it sometimes, and then it's always all over the place, leading to these hefty debates. The most important opinion is yours, so I'd like to hear it in the comment down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think things should be exclusive? Do you think, hell no, it doesn't really matter? I'd love to hear your thoughts on opinions down below. I want to give a quick shout out to Twitch as well. I am going to be giving away some DLC codes tomorrow, trying to go back on schedule. I'm going to try to stream every single weekday and get back to about 12:30 to about 4 o'clock. We're going to give away some DLC codes for Vecna, as well as having exclusive Twitch drops. All the Fog Whisperers have exclusive Twitch drops right now, so if you want to partake in that, twitch.tv/theking. Our Discord's now publicly open as well. Feel free to join down below. And that's pretty much going to do it for me. As always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.